Hello, I have Beth Carson in the car with me today. We met up at the HomeAway Summit in Denver, Colorado. We've actually known each other for a while from the vacation rental industry. And so anyway, tell us what's going on, Beth. And you were one of the panelists at the summit, so.
I was. That was a lot of fun. I love talking to owners and the energy. It's just a lot of fun, and if you get a chance to be around other owners, whether it's at the HomeAway Summit or whether you get together with the owners in your area, I really recommend it. It's a very solitary industry, and so just being in a room full of other owners, and it's fun.
Absolutely. So give a little recap of what you talked about.
The panel that I was on was The Road to Success, Owners Share Their Secrets. So we talked about things, kind of the things you would expect, like having a really good thumbnail, naming your property, and then owning that real estate on, owning the domain name. And if the domain name isn't available in the .com version, go ahead and maybe add a dash in your location. Like my name is Starfish Blue, and the name of my property, and I've owned the domain since 2005. So, but if it wasn't available, I would do Starfish Blue Fiji or Starfish Blue Fiji.
Right.
But then other things we talked about are the guest experience. And one thing that happens with visitors coming to Fiji is all of them are getting off an airplane and going through immigrations and customs, and then they've got a 2.5-hour drive. So a lot of people like to think of their vacation starting when they leave home. Well, there's a lot of just junk that happens in between home and when they actually arrive at my property.
Right.
So what I do is I have the indoor-outdoor sound system playing Fijian music, and it was really cute. When I asked my staff to go into town and get a CD that we could play, they brought Garth Brooks. They thought our guests would feel really at home if we had Garth Brooks playing on the stereo system. And I said, no, let's get some island music.
Right.
And the maids greet them with frangipani leis made by the local villagers, so that's always good. Get the local people involved. They are greeted with a fresh fruit smoothie, and the taxi driver brings the luggage into the room that's already air conditioned, and that mentally is the start of their vacation. And a lot of people can't go to those lengths, but if you have sound, if you have music, sound of some sort. I have a friend who owns 16 vacation rentals in Hendersonville. She does Irish music. It's playing in the sound system when people arrive. And then movement, she has the fans going, and something to greet them, something visual. Flowers on the table, some nibbles to eat, some fresh cookies or something with maybe some coffee that they can start up right then. Really set allow them to put the travel behind them and have their vacation truly start when they walk in your door.
Right. No, that's such great advice.
Yeah.
Because there's you're talking about the hassle part of the vacation, which is the getting there and doing all that. And if you can make that transition nice, I mean, that's a huge thing. So that's excellent.
Yeah.
And I will say, a lot of people, myself included, commented that Beth had some of the best advice of any of the panelists out there. So,
well, thank you. And I just re-released my book, Money Making Vacation Rentals. It's in its expanded edition. I went through every single word, made sure anything that was not up to date is up to date, and you can find that on Amazon.
What else is new in the vacation rental industry? Anything you want to...
What I am totally in love with right now is exactly what we're doing, is video. And a lot of people aren't taking advantage of this, and you can start really small. There's a free program called Picasa, and you can put your best photos in it, and then you can export it to YouTube, and you can choose free music. But what people aren't doing when they get it up to YouTube is they aren't putting in the proper tags, you know, all the different descriptions, they aren't putting a really good description, you can actually get to page 1 on Google 53 times faster if you use video than if you have really good content. So, you know, and right now we're using a smartphone, and it's a Samsung, and it's great video quality. So you can use your smartphone. Make sure you use a lav mic, which you can get for $20 on Amazon. That will go in your headphone connector on your smartphone, and use a tripod. You can get ones that are built for phones. I have one that is a full-size one that goes all the way down to the ground and about up to my head level, but it's only £1 and it doesn't take up much travel space. So I would go ahead and do as much video as you can, and then make sure you have a clickable link at the end of the video that sends them directly to either your listing or your website. I like to draw people to my website. But then beyond your house, you can cover festivals, you can cover secret beaches, you can cover a restaurant, and all of these on your YouTube channel end with, you know, starfishblue.com or whatever the name of your property is. So I think that's something a lot of owners are missing out on now.
I totally agree, and I've been a proponent of video since basically 2006 when YouTube started.
Okay.
And so I've always been a big believer in video, and it's still amazing how many people don't take advantage of it.
It's so easy, and people are just so intimidated by it. So
Right.
go ahead and just plan. Your first one's going to be terrible. Just say, I'm going to create a terrible video. Do
Yes,
it, get that out of the way,
is
and then get on with it.
such good advice. And here's the thing. Everyone thinks that they look horrible on video, and you know what? Who cares? I look horrible on video.
I think the same thing.
You know?
Yeah. So, yeah. And the thing is you don't even have to be in front of the camera. You can have the lav mic on. And, I mean, people do like to get to know you, but I know a lot of people, that's a sticking point. So if that's the only reason you're not doing video, put the microphone on your lapel and then face the camera that way, and shoot your home and tell them why you fell in love with it. Tell them the story. Why did you pick this location out of the entire planet? Why did you choose this spot? And that's what's really going to resonate with people, and you'll find more bookings. I guarantee it.
Absolutely, because people want to make that personal connection, and
Yes.
the great thing about video is people feel like, even though it's a one-way communication, they feel like they know you.
Yes.
Even if you may not, you know, as the video, or you may not know them on the other side because you can't see them, but
Right.
But that's the beauty and the power of video, and the fact that you have that one conversation on video, and then you're communicating with potentially thousands of people, you know, from one take.
Yeah.
So you can't beat it.
And if you're not great on video, use someone else, use your spouse, use your child, or just use music and use words underneath it, use captions. And, you know, if you're not on the beach, but you want to take a picture, you know, video of the beach, just say 10-minute walk from our house. You know, never be misleading, you know, but you can certainly include things that they can do and things around the area that would draw them in. I want to hear about your Tesla tour.
Well,
I'm excited about this. I have
Okay.
never been in a Tesla before, and to show how little I know about cars, I thought Tesla was a government agency until Steve started talking about it, and I
Yeah.
thought, what the heck is he talking about? And we are in the car, and it has amazing pickup. Like, actually, I have my glasses up on top of my head, and we were on an on-ramp, and they are now down here next to me because they fell off the back of my head, and it's an electric car, and he just filled up for free. So I'm just super excited about the Tesla and what you're doing with it.
yeah, I know, it's a lot of fun, and yeah, so I'm basically going on a 48-state road trip,
Oh, wow.
and Canada, which I've never been to.
Hey.
So that's going to be really fun, and I'm meeting interesting, fun people like you, and
Yeah.
interviewing them in the car as we travel down the road.
Right.
And I'm also just doing a lot of kind of fun social media stuff, and I'm actually picking up people I meet through like Twitter, social media, and giving them rides in the Tesla and stuff like that. So it's just, I'm going to get a lot of stories from a lot of interesting people, and that's the whole thing. It's just going to be a lot of fun. So,
well, it's a sweet car, and the interior is just beautiful. I don't know if Steve has shown. I just love the door handle, and it's just very sleek, modern, contemporary, and visually pleasing. And oh my goodness, the place where you have the map is this big. It's like where you fold out, you know, you used to fold out the huge maps. It is this big. So it's just impressive all the way around. It's a beautiful environment.
Thank you. Yeah, it's I mean, I will definitely never drive a regular gas car again. There's just no.
Yeah, it'd be hard to go back.
Yeah, in fact, I met 3 of my friends in Denver this morning, and they each wanted to drive it. And they did, and in fact, I think 2 of the 3 are like, all right, I'm buying one.
Okay, well, I can't drive it because
well, yeah.
I can't covet something else. I just got a brand new car, so.
Oh, yeah. Right. But yeah, so it's that's part of one of the side stories of why I'm doing this too. Is I just, you know, I'm definitely a big supporter of Tesla, and you know, I want to let more people experience it too. So. Well, thanks for joining. It was so fun to have you on.
Oh, it was a pleasure.
As we're going underneath the tunnels here.
Light got a little wonky.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, and I look forward to reading your magazine and hearing about all the fun stuff. And
that's true. I have a magazine called Vacation Rental Travels, and you have to put the S on it or you'll go to the wrong place. It's a free digital magazine, comes out 6 times a year. I've got about 50 writers, and they cover the most interesting, unique, quirky, and beautiful, luxurious vacation rentals worldwide. So go ahead and get a subscription. There's no risk. We don't spam you, but it's a great read. Most issues are between 40 and 60 pages, so it's a great way to spend an afternoon or an evening.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for joining.
Yeah, a pleasure.